Hi everyone, in this video we'll look at a question where we're told to find the equation of the line through the points A and B, and we want to write the equation in standard form. So the coordinates that our line passes through are 2, 1 and -4, 6. So if we think about the equation of our line, we'll use point slope form for this question, because we're given 2 points on the line, and we can find the slope between the slope of the line between those 2 points. Point slope form is written as, or an equation in point slope form is written as y minus y1 is equal to the slope of our line m times x minus x1. So if we think about what we need to determine this equation, we need the slope and we need one of the points on our line, which we already have. We can use either of these 2 points in our point slope formula. And after we have the slope and we substitute one of these points, we can rearrange this equation and write it in standard form. So the first thing that we'll determine is what is our slope. So for the slope, we can use the equation m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We'll say that this point is x2, y2, and this point is x1, y1. So filling in or substituting our points into the formula for slope, we have that m would be equal to 6 minus 1 over -4 minus 2, which is equal to 5 over -6. Now we have a negative in the denominator, so we'll just assign that negative to the numerator. We have that this is equivalent to -5 over 6. So our slope is -5 over 6. And of course, you could have just done this in one step. If you wanted to skip this step and just write this as -5 over 6, I would actually encourage you to do so. Next, we'll substitute our slope and one of these points into our point slope formula. So we have that y minus, we'll substitute a. So we'll substitute, and let's write that out. We'll say substitute m is equal to -5 over 6, and a, which is 2, 1. And if we do that, we get y minus 1, because y1 is 1, is equal to -5 over 6 times x minus x1, which was 2. And now we can simplify this equation. Remember that in standard form, we want to clear any fractions. So we can clear the fractions in this equation by multiplying both sides of this equation by the denominator here, by the least common multiple of the denominators of the terms. And here I can multiply both sides of the equation by 6. If I do so, I have 6 times y minus 1 on the left side, and that's equal to -5 times 6 divided by 6, which would just be -5 on the right side. So we'll have -5 times x minus 2. Now we can distribute on both sides, and we'd have 6y minus 6 is equal to -5x plus 10. And rearranging this equation to write it in standard form, I add 5x to both sides of the equation, and I would have 5x plus 6y. I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides of the equation, and I would have -6 minus 10, which is minus 16. So our equation in standard form, and on the right side we have 0. Our equation in standard form is 5x plus 6y minus 16 is equal to 0, and we can write a therefore statement. So therefore, the equation of the line in standard form is 5x plus 6y minus 16 is equal to 0.